If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in basic level where we are starting complex number. So in this basic level, what we will do, we will just give a intro to complex number, what is complex number and what are the difference between real numbers and complex number and what are the similarities. Okay, then let's see this. Okay, so what is a complex number? So if we start with complex number, let's start from very basic. Let's start from very basic. That is, if we start from real number, we can redefine our real number in such a way that the numbers whose square is, or we can say the squares of which number is always non-negative. That is, the square of real number is always non-negative. So you see all the real numbers around you, if you take square of that one, that will be always a non-negative, it will be positive. 2, -5, some examples are given. These are all real numbers. Non-negative, there is a difference between non-negative and positive. This you have to be very careful. Non-negative and positive. What is the difference between these two? Positive means it cannot start with 0, because 0 is a number which is neither positive nor negative. It is not positive also, no, it is not negative also. It is neither positive nor negative. So if I say non-negative, it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 or 0.1, 0.2, whatever. If I say positive, it cannot include 0. So that is the difference. So it is saying the non-negative, because the square of 0 is 0. That is also a real number. So square of a real number is always a non-negative. That we know. But you have, suppose you have a number of like this, root -7. You have to find all these numbers in while calculating in your basic quadratic or your 9-10 level. Then we saw that square root of negative number is not possible. That's why it is not the answer. But now we will define that numbers also. That is complex actually. So root -7 is not a real number, because if you take square now of this one, it is -7, which is not non-negative. So therefore it is not a real number. So this is a imaginary number. So that number is known as real, because this has no existence in real life. So that's why we say it is a imaginary number. And what is the unit of this imaginary number? For anything if you want to express it, you have to give some unit. So imaginary number root -1 is denoted by that is the basic building block. So root -1 is divided by I or iota. Sometimes it is say I or iota, whatever. This is known as the imaginary unit. Just as 1 is known as real unit. In real numbers we say 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, then we increasing from 2, 3, 4. So here also root -1 is I, which is I is the building block of the complex number. That is a imaginary unit. I means up to this much, root -1. That means root -2 will be root -2. Suppose root -2. So what we can write? Root -2 is 2 into -1. So root 2 will be coming out and root -1. Root -1 is, so it is root 2i. So root 2 times I, you can see. So it is, suppose it is 4i, then it is 4 into, -4, then it is -1 root. So 4 root is 2 and -1 root you don't know, that is 2i. So again that is 2 times of that I. So I is your unit, you are multiplying that unit by any number. Suppose it is centimeter, if I say, then 5 centimeter means 1 centimeter, you multiply it by 5. So that is just like 1 unit in real. So now some property of I, because I is your root -1, so I is root -1. So what will be I square? That is -1. What is I cube? I cube we can write I square into I. I square is -1, we have put it there -1. That means I cube is -I. If you say I4, it is I square square. I square is -1, -1 square is 1. So this is the smallest. Now you can calculate any number. You can simplify it out of this. 1, -1 or -I. Suppose it is I to the power 5. So you can write it up to I to the power 4 into I. I to the power 4 is already, you have seen, 1. This is the smallest I, whose power if you take, answer becomes 1. So it make it up to 4, then it is into I. So I to the power 4, 1, 0, 6. So you can calculate any number. Suppose they say told you to calculate I to the power 9. So you calculate I to the power 4, then square, then I. Because I to the power 4 is 1, you know, 8 plus 1, 9. So it is 1 into I. So it is I. So you can calculate any number now. You can reduce. You will see examples. Now let's define a complex number. A number which is in the form x plus iy, where x and y both should be real numbers, because this I will take care of that imaginary part. You can see this, the number that is multiplying with by, that is root 2, these are all real numbers. But when it's multiplied to I, then it makes a complex number. So x and y both are real, and I stands for your root -1 is called a complex number. Generally we represent complex number by z. Z is equal to x plus iy. So this complex number has two parts. One is real part of z, which is we write it in real z, which is x, which is an imaginary part, which is that part which is connected with I. So that is imaginary of z, which is I, not iy. It is only y, not I. Imaginary part is whatever is written along with I, not including I. That is only y is the imaginary part. Be careful. Suppose it is 4 plus 6y, then real part is 4, imaginary part is 6, not 6i. Because imaginary means itself it is indicating that there is a I with that 6 in the original number. Now every complex number can be generated, can be treated as or regarded as, it is purely real. We will say it is a purely real number if its imaginary part is 0. If this part is 0, then there is no question of I, so it is purely real. Z is a x is a real number, so it is a purely real. We say it is a purely imaginary if there is no real part. If x is 0, then everything is I, so it will say it is purely imaginary. There is no existence of real part there. And it is simply imaginary if y is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, something I is present, whether it is there or not there, that doesn't care. If something I is present, then it is imaginary. Now we can write it the complete set of numbers. You have rolled on this set, natural number set, whole number, integer. So we will complete it now. Which one is subset of which one? So R is real numbers, is a proper subset. So you can say all real numbers, this case, are the subset of complex number. So complex number holds all the numbers together. Inside complex number you won't find everything, because real number is also inside complex number. If you make it 0, then you will get all the real numbers. So the complete number system is, first your natural number which starts from 1, 2, 3, which is a subset of whole number. In whole number 0 will also come, which is also a subset of integer. In integer minus integers will also come, minus 1, minus 2, which is a subset of your rational numbers. Q, inside Q will get all these rational plus minus numbers, which is a subset of real numbers, or real number is a subset of C, means complex number. So inside complex number all these are there. So now some critical points. 0 is both purely real as well as purely imaginary, because in case of 0, if I write it 0, so this is also 0, this is also 0. For if this is 0, then it is purely real. If this is 0, then it is purely imaginary. So 0 we will say it is purely real, purely imaginary, but not imaginary. Simple imaginary we will not say, because y is not equal to 0. So you have to be careful. 0 is both real, purely real and purely imaginary, but you cannot say simply imaginary. You can say purely imaginary, you can say purely real. Now this one you have studied in your real numbers, root a into root b is equal to root ab. This, if at least one of these ab is non-negative. If ones become negative, because till now you have not studied anything under root negative, then it doesn't hold true. Suppose if I take root minus 2 into root minus 2. So what you have studied in smaller class, that is class 9, 10, what you have studied, these into this, we can write. So this is root 4, this is plus minus 2. Does it means plus minus 2? What you have learned till now? It is root 2 into I, root 2 into I. That's what I have shown you. This is root 2 into I. So what is this? Root 2 into root 2 is 4, I into I is I square. What is I square you have learned now? Minus 1. Sorry, root 2 into root 2 is 2. So I square is minus 1. So minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. So is it equal to minus 2 equal to plus minus 2? No. So this is not equal to. So this doesn't hold true. This will hold true. Until there it is holding true, 9, 10, because you are having both positive. So this will hold true if at least one is non-negative. If you have one positive, then it will hold true. If both becomes negative, then this will not hold true. If one is negative and one is positive, then it's okay. Then it is root minus 4. This side if you solve it, it is 2i. This side you will solve it, root 2 into I into root 2, which is also 2i. So both are equal. If both is positive, then already you have seen in 9, 10. If both is positive, root 3 into root 2 is equal to root 6. That you have seen. So you have to be careful. Some changes will come, normal algebraic operations now. So these we are highlighting here. Sum of two complex number is always a complex number. Product of two complex number will be always a, this we will see how to take product complex in next topic. Ratio of two complex number, that is divided. It is a complex number, but provided the denominator should be non-zero. This denominator, if it is 0, then it is not possible to divide to get the ratio. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.